Alright, let us go through the answer for the paper 6, right? So actually the paper 6, the question is quite easier, but some of you can't perform but now uh, you may check your answer, right? I can't post a hard copy of a marking scheme to you, so I just show you something that by using this video. Okay, question 1. The number of elephants seen per day during a safari is denoted by random variable x with the mean 0.8. Okay, part 1 they say state one condition for x to have a Poisson distribution. So for part 1, if you have is a Poisson, must be a random variables. Okay, and you must have a constant average rate. So these are the criteria for you to form a Poisson distribution independence. And last, singly means they happen one by one. Right. So these are the criteria that you need to form the Poisson distribution. So anyone will do, you will get 1 mark. Okay, number 1, part 2. Find the mean of the number elephants seen during the 4 days of her safari. Okay, so 0.8 is 1 day. So now you have 4 days, 0.8 times 4, 3.2. Question 2. Question 1, part 2. So part 3. Find the probability that Ellen sees at least one elephant during 4 days of her safari. So Px larger equal to 1. At least. So it will be equal to 1 minus Px equal to 0. So you put the lambda inside the Poisson distribution equation that in the MF19. You should get this answer is equal to 0.959. So first question, 3 marks. Actually, it's a very straightforward Poisson distributions. Question 2. Okay, question 2, what you have is a diagram like that, something like that. Here is 4, and this one is dotted line, and the height is h. And start from 0. Okay, the continuous random variables. First one, find the values of h. You know that for this question, the total area under the graph will be equal to 1. When you equal to 1, you find the area 1 over 2 times the height times the width will be equal to 1. Okay, once you simplify, and you should able to get h is equal to 1 over 2, just like that. Very simple. You don't need to do integration, you just find the total area under the graph is equal to 1. So you should get 1 over 2 for this question also. Part 2. Question 2, part 2. Part 2, find fx. Find fx is simple, you just find the line equation for the slope. Okay, so you can have 1 minus 0, the first point at the origin. Then is equal to 1 over 2 over 4, the gradient, times x minus 0. Just find the line equation. So as simple like that, you will get fx equal to 1 over 8x, or y equal to 1 over 8x. So for this question, number 2, part 2. Number 2, part 3, find the ex. So integrate the total area 1 over x over 8, the function, multiply x dx. The equation is in the formula booklet MF19. So by doing this, you should get 8 over 3. So the ex is equal to 8 over 3. 1 more marks. So 3 marks for question 2. Okay, so now we move to question 3. Question 3. The weak x kg of the males of a species of bird may assume to be normally distributed with the mean 4.8 and standard deviation 0.2. The weak y kg of a female bird of the same species may be assumed to be normally distributed with the mean 2.7 and a standard deviation 0.15. Okay, for this question, part 1. Find the mean and standard deviation of the total weight of 2 randomly chosen male birds and 3 randomly chosen female birds. Right, so find the mean and standard deviation for. So for this question, mean will be equal to 4.8. How many male? 2 males. And you have 3 female. So this is the total mean equal to 17.7. And the standard deviation will be equal to square root of 2 times 0.2 square. This is not multiple, it's 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So female you have 3, 0.15 square. Right, so for the sigma you should get 0.384 for this question. Okay, so second part, 2 randomly chosen male birds and 3 randomly chosen female birds are placed on a weighting machine that has a weight limit of 18 kg. By staying the Z value, find the probability that the total weight of the 5 birds is greater than the weight limit. Okay, so what you need to find? Actually, you need to find P, the total is larger than 18 kg, greater. So simple PZ will be larger than 18 minus 17.7 over square root, no need square root, over 0.384. Over 0.384 will do. Okay, so you will get PZ larger than 0.781. So the Z value that they want is 0.781. Okay, once you have this, you can find the probability of this by using the table. The answer is 0.217, the probability of more than 18 kg. So 2 marks from here. Alright, so this one for question 2. For question 4, in random sample of 200 shareholders of company, 120 say that they wanted a change in the management. So question 1, find the Z value for 95% of confidence interval. Okay, so 95% confidence interval means the center 95%. The Z value will be equal to, look at the table, 0.975. So will be equal to 1.96, the first one. Okay, part 2. Hence find the 95% confidence interval for the proportion of P of a shareholder who want a change in the management. The keyword is proportion. So what you should do is, the P, this equation is not in the formula booklet, you should remember 1.96 square root of PQ over 200. Hopefully you still remember this lah. Okay, the proportion equation. So once you have this, you will have the confidence interval from 0.532 to 0.668. Right, so this is the confidence interval for question 4.2. 4.3. Find the probability that 95% confidence interval contains P. So this is similar to 95% interval contains mu, the mean, right? So what is the probability? 95% means 0.95. The answer is there, 0.95, right? 95% means 0.95. Question 4.3. Question 5. Actually, the question is very simple, right? And I think we have did all this question before. More difficult one also have, but I think this type the question is quite simple. Some of you even the very simple thing that you cannot state correctly in your answer, right? But anyway, we have passed the question the exam lah. Then the remaining part is how to estimate your grade. Actually, I have difficulty for this because I see some of you is not up to your level, your answer. Anyway, now we go to the question 5. Okay, question 5. Question 5, state the suitable, I will read the question first. The weight X kilograms of a bag of carrots are normally distributed. The mean weight of the bags of carrot is mu kilograms, and inspector wish to test whether mu equal to 2.0. He rigs a random sample of 100 bags, and his results are summarized as follows. Okay, sum of x equal to 215. Sum of x squared equal to 645. A hypothesis test is carried out 5% significant level. State the null and alternative hypothesis. So the null hypothesis is mu equal to 2.0. The alternative will be mu not equal to 2.0. Okay, so you have this hypothesis. And what's the state? Part 2. Part 2, calculate the unbiased estimate of mean and variance of the weight of a bag of carrots. So mean will be equal to 215 sum of x over 100, so 2.15. And unbiased estimate will be 1 over 100 minus 1, 645 minus 215 square over 100. Right, all this equation is inside. So unbiased estimate of variance, you should get a 1.8459 something. You can 1.885. Okay, it's okay. So carry a z value of the test statistic. So you need to find the z. So 2.15 minus 2 square root of 1.8459 over 100. Okay, so your z values is equal to 1.104, around there. And this is things that for part 3, 5.3. Okay, part 4, state with a reason your conclusion for the test. So for this, you can say z is equal to 1.104 and is smaller than 1.96. So if smaller than this, mean reject. H1 in favor of H0. Okay, so you can say randomly, okay, you can say the mean is equal to 2.02 is equal to the claims that the mean is equal to 2.0 is supported, something like that. Okay, so this is the answer for 5 question. I hope that this is I think this is the last question that you're going to do lah. I think I don't know you all did your best in your MCO 2 months or not, but I hope you really not regret for what you have did in the MCO lah. You have tried your best. If really you try your best, you can't score because of the online system. You are not familiar. You are not. You will be nervous when you start to use the system or something else. Then it's not your fault lah. But if you really not pay attention, not really put your effort in the 2 months that you wasted your effort for this about 1.5 years, then you have big problem lah. Okay, so anyway, I hope you all the best for your following enrollment into your university. Thank you.